Okay, we have a little different supplies that I'm going to need. Got the black for ground. I'm going to use this red for the load on the switch, or and then I'm going to use the white for the power on the switch. Okay, the reason why I'm doing that is just because I got more red than I do the white. Okay, now you can see where I go into the cab with my wires. There's a grommet, pretty big grommet that's right here on the driver's side, and it's underneath this fender stabilizer right here. So right in front of got your windshield washer or a windshield wiper, and then that grommet's down below it. Okay, so that's where I'm feeding the red wire. Okay, I'm going to show you where this wire comes through in the cab. I got a little light mounted back down here. Okay, it's right back behind this deal here. And I pulled the wire out. And you can see I've cut my zip ties for my other wiring stuff, you know, that I've done, and then from the factory as well. Okay, I'm going to bring this wire. I'm going to feed it up underneath the dash here, and we're going to come out through this hole right here. I got to come out through the back because I want to go in. Let me show you this. I want to go in that little hole right there. Okay, so this is the front side. You can see the push button. Okay, now what I've done here is I'm going to make this easy on myself. I don't want to drop this this panel out right here. Okay, so I just fed a wire down into the hole that I'm wanting to pull wires through, and then I attached the wires, or the these electrical wires right here, to the wire. Okay, so I got interrupted there for just a second, but these electrical wires taped to this wire here that I got going up through the hole. Okay, and then can't pull too hard or they'll come apart. Okay, just kind of weasel it in through there. It's not too difficult. Okay, now I got my 3 wires. Okay, what I'm going to use here is I need 3 of these quick disconnect female 1/4 inch or 0.25 inch. The blue ones for 16 to 14 gauge. I need a total of 3 of those, 1 for each of these wires. Okay, you can see on this switch that I have, there's 3 arrows: power, load, and ground. And the power is going to be, of course, the one that goes to the fuse. The load is the one that goes out to the ECM, and then your ground is, of course, your ground that I'm going to end up putting a ground right up underneath the dash. Got the ground, we got load, then we've got power. Okay, just like that. Remember, the white's going to our fuse, red to the ECM, and then the ground to a ground underneath the dash. And then this is how I've got it put together inside here. Okay, then all I need to do is take the switch and place it inside the hole there. You can see my groove at the bottom right there. Okay, that groove is for this right here, that little tip right there. So sometimes you got to squeeze these together. There's these little tabs right there. Squeeze those, go in one side, then go to the top side, whichever. Okay, this is what it looks like after I placed everything back together. What I had to do in order for this to work is that the bottom of this switch right in here is right along the edge of this side right here on the inside. There's barely enough room in there for it to fit in there. Now when I shoved this backside, remember how it looked, when I put it in there, it was preventing this backside from clamping and the front side from clamping together, and it was trying to push this out. So what I simply did was cut a portion of it out so that it fit around the switch there. And as you can see, I got 2 wires on one side and 1 wire on the other side. Now another thing that I ran into was that the switch, you can see those female connectors, or the disconnects as well, and there's not enough room for, you know, the wire to fit back in there while it's attached to the switch. So what I had to do is I had to change the power and the load lines. So now I've got this red as the load, which is in the center, the ground, which is in the top, and then the power in the bottom. And I just had to, you know, move them to where that they would end up working. I'll end up having to do a little bit of work under the hood in order for this to take place, but it's not a problem. So anyways, that's how I did that. Now remember, we disconnected this plug right here. So we're going to feed it back in there, hook the plug back into this spot right here that we took it out of, and then shove this back into its appropriate. Okay, this is the finished product here. This is how it looks head on. You can see there, I had to do some filing and some cutting of the dash panel there, because the switch, the bottom of the switch, it just wouldn't fit in there right. It looks okay. I wish I would have done a little better job filing, especially over on the right hand side corner there. This is a little bit square. Okay, I installed the red wire, which is the power wire, into the TCB accessories slot. That is the slot where you see that blue connector, the 10 amp. Okay, and I fed that up over the fuse box, and then here you can see where I put my ground. Okay, the key is on, and it lights up. That's what we want. Okay, the key is off, key is on, switch is